If you hold QNT, you need to listen up right now. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. If we look at this recent announcement that Quant did quote, we need industry-wide collaboration and unified standards to overcome current challenges and drive the seamless integration of digital assets in the global financial ecosystem. Now, the three names tied to this is Clearstream, Euroclear, and the DTCC. Now, if we go over here, this is their digital assets framework that they released. Now, first, the thing that they're really looking at is tokenization. All right. And that's with the BCG, the Boston Consulting Group. They put out that $16 trillion estimate of digital assets opportunity by 2030 regarding tokenization. Now, the full focus is its fragmentation. All right. It's a paper outlining how they can help the industry to address the fragmentation that's appearing in the digital securities sector. Let's be honest, you want to dominate this next crypto cycle and make a ton of money. And the best way to do that is by being a part of the Discord. Currently, it is $100 per month, but the best part is that I'm offering you guys 7 days completely free. You get access to everything. You can cancel at any moment. You don't even have to get charged at all. And you get access to a ton of features like these ones listed out on the screen right now. And don't just take it from me. Check out some of the testimonials that are from members of the Discord. There is a ton of great insights being dropped in there every single day. You need to be a part of it. And if you guys aren't yet, at least just trial it and see if you like it. And you can do this by clicking the link down in the description below. Now, if we look at this, all right, we have a quote from the DTCC, Global Head of DTCC Digital Assets. While many firms recognize that blockchain holds enormous promise to deliver cost savings, capital efficiencies, and reduce risk, the industry needs to pivot and demonstrate tangible results and value generation. Very interesting quote here. Now, we also have another one. We have a unique opportunity to transform the financial system, but it will require collaboration across a wide cross section of firms. Now, this is interesting because it's tokenization around securities. The DTCC settles $3 quadrillion per year in securities transactions. Now we have the global head of DTCC Digital Assets. They're talking about how, blockchain holds enormous promise. Obviously, we have to pivot and stuff like that. Don't know specifically what they're looking at when it comes to that, but we also have a unique opportunity to transform the financial system. That quote there is huge to focus on because, yes, in my opinion, the financial system as we know it is evolving. And I do think that it will be transformed through digital assets, tokenization, DLT, you name it. Now, this is the 6 principles for tokenization that they outlined. Number 1 is legal certainty. Number 2 is regulatory compliance. Number 3 is resilience and security. Number 4 is safeguarding customer assets. Number 5 is connectivity and interoperability. Again, that's where we really kind of focus on Quant. And then number 6 is operational scalability. So these are like the core things to focus on. And we can even see here, and this is a full-on breakdown of each one. We have R30, interoperability risk, R31, network utilization and fragmentation. And this is all under connectivity and interoperability. But if we go back to this, new technologies bear immense potential to bring financial markets to the next level of efficiency, speed, and safety. And this is the managing director, head of issuer services and new digital markets at Clearstream. We also have another quote on the bottom. To make this evolution a sustainable one, we need industry-wide collaboration and unified standards to overcome current challenges and drive the seamless integration of digital assets in the global financial ecosystem. As financial market infrastructures, we are developing the foundation for future digital markets for the benefit of our clients and all market participants. So very, very significant overall breakdown of this from some of the biggest players out there. And as we look beyond this, let's go to this recent event that Quant was actually at. And this is, if you're at the EBA day, be sure to stop by the Quant Network stand to discuss all things CBDC, tokenized bank deposits, and programmable payments. Now, if we actually look at this, right, this is, and we have a quote on the back, making central bank digital currencies, tokenized deposits, programmable money simple, trusted, and future-proof. This is the foundation of the blockchain economy, Quant Network. And if we actually go over here to EBA Day, this was one of the biggest conferences out there. So here's the themes: the next generation banking, banking as a service, fintech collaboration, cross-border payments and correspondent banking, central bank digital currencies, open banking and embedded finance, identity services and fraud prevention, trends in payments technology and innovation, trends in liquidity and cash management practices, trends in European payments regulation as well. Now, this is why attend. 1,400 plus senior industry participants, 80 plus innovative sponsors and fintechs, 2,000 plus leads created, 110 expert speakers and panelists, 45 countries represented. Now, what's crazy about this is if we go over here to the sponsors of this. So first off, it's the lead sponsor is Deutsche Bank. The lead sponsor as well is JP Morgan. So these are the two lead sponsors here. The host and the bank sponsors on the left side, you have all major banks. Guys, this is basically a banking conference. You have Citi on here, you have BNY, you have BNP Paribas, HSBC, NatWest. On the corporate sponsor side, you have Accenture, you have MasterCard, Nexi, which, by the way, Nexi is a Quant client. You have FIS, you have Swift, Visa. I mean, the list goes on. And then look at all of these names down here: Finastra, Clearbank, ACI. I mean, this is just crazy to me. And it just shows you like what kind of conferences these really are, what they're really kind of looking at. Now, if you actually go to the agenda of this, check this out. So a roadmap for a modern and safe payments market, insights from Portugal. We also have the future of payments, digital, instant and profitable, digital money, digital assets, digital identity, the future of banking. And I mean, these are just like very heavy discussions, heavy topics, and it's all leading us down the road to the new financial system. Gilbert Verdian was actually on a discussion here, challenges and benefits of CBDC's tokenized deposits and stablecoin adoption. And you can look at who he was on this discussion with. You have Nexi Group, like I said, a client of Quant, Deutsche Bank, Citi. We have chair of the EBA working group. So this is just like the chair of the EBA working group. And then you also have HSBC. So not only one, not only two, three, four major names around finance on this discussion with Gilbert Verdian regarding the challenges and benefits of CBDC's tokenized deposits and stablecoin adoption. Very interesting. Now, you could scroll through here and look at where, all of the discussions really kind of led to. All of it was based around the new system. Now, over here, we have one specific area really kind of focused on by Quant, and this is actually with Citi. We have coming up from EBA Day, highlights from navigating the transformation journey of banks with Simon McConnell of Citi and Bruno Mulatto of BNP Paribas. Digital transformation. This is navigating the transformation journey of banks. Instant payments, by far the main program on the minds of EBA Day delegates. We have instant payments, new regulation. It's like the number one thing in terms of like 80%. You also have ISO 20022 migration being 60%. Fraud risk management, and then regulatory reporting and new payments product launch. Those are like the other key ones. 80% delegates say major payments investments are justified by compliance or the cost of maintaining their license. McConnell at Citi, we take a long-term view in terms of platform optimization. Legacy technology is far and away the factor that most makes payments transformation hard. We also see that here in terms of what makes payments transformation hard in your institution, legacy technology. So how can we get past this? How can we realize in this new, payment technology? How can we really kind of move forward? Well, we replace the legacy with the new. And that's exactly where Quant comes into play. Now, also at EBA Day, there was a lot of these great discussions, and Greg Lunt X actually posted this. This is new. The head of European financial institutions at HSBC highlights the critical role of APIs in the digital transformation of global payments. Qnt is a leader in this space through the development of the SATP standard and the Overledger's API gateways. Check this out.
The last one, and I think it's a very, very important one, is the digital transformation, especially around the use of APIs. APIs give organizations end-to-end connectivity, and you can obviously make payments through it, But the value-add services that are coming on top of APIs, I think, is a big change that's coming. Confirmation of payee in the UK. In Europe, we'll have VOP. FX rates can be processed on APIs. You can even do tracking of the payments. So the whole transparency journey and the hurdles that used to come can be taken away with the use of APIs.
Now, again, APIs are the key to realizing in new technology. When we think about that, right, we go back to Project Rosalind, right? Quant solved this with the BIS and even the Bank of England. And you know what's funny? In a recent announcement, we have the Bank of England, the BIS org, and the ECB are now collaborating on a project to explore FX transactions between RTGS and DLT. Involves same Euro systems that are part of wholesale DLT settlement trials. Project Meridian FX. Now, what's funny about this is all around DLT interoperability, all being able to connect these DLTs. And I question, who is the connector here? Well, it's Quant. Guys, this entire move, like everything that we're now starting to see around interoperability, Quant is playing a vital role here. When we're talking about the Bank of England, when we're talking about the BIS, and we're talking about connecting interoperability here, guys, we already know that Quant worked with both the Bank of England and also the BIS. Now you might be saying like, oh, what about the ECB? What about Europe? Well, check this out. Big shout out to Greg Lunt. Again, new Project Leonidas, utilizing QNT via the Spunta Banca DLT, has been selected to participate in further digital euro testing by the ECB. Continued progress. More on QNT's ties to Project Leonidas. And here we have from R3. We're thrilled to announce that Project Leonidas has been selected once again to participate in the ECB's trials. R3 is delighted to continue to collaborate with the ABI Lab and NTT Data Italia. In this phase, Project Leonidas will support the ECB's W wrapped, or this is a wholesale CBDC. I always think wrapped whenever I see W, whatever, but experimentation by utilizing the Spunta Banca DLT solution, which is a key part of Italy's financial system. This marks an exciting new chapter for Project Leonidas, focusing on testing interoperability solutions for the wholesale settlement. And here we have breaking. QNT helps complete Project Leonidas, representing the wholesale CBDC settlement for all of Italy. The project was built on Spunta, which uses Overledger for interoperability via SIA chain. This is big. Leonidas was run by the Italian Banking Association, the Bank of Italy, R3 Corda, NTT Data, and 17 different commercial banks. The participants were able to settle liquid balances across multiple CBDC networks, manage cash supply and demand between banks, add programmability logic within and beyond the interbank connections. Similar to the BIS's vision, Project Leonidas came away with the following conclusion. The application of new technology should not merely overlap into or onto existing processes. Instead, it should drive a fundamental transformation through the integration of innovative technologies. QNT continues its expansion across Europe as the foundation of the new financial system. And here you guys have the ABI Lab. This is the CBDC REST API. You see those APIs being tapped in. This is all through Spunta Corda app, or Cordap, if you will. And also you have the Token SDK Cordap, the NTT CBDC Cordap as well. Then also over here you have Quant Network and SIA have successfully tested cross-blockchain interoperability between multiple DLT protocols. This is the bridge permissioned blockchain instances between SIA chain and other external networks. A full program of testing has been executed on SIA chain, R3 Corda, and private Ethereum platforms. Quant Network and SIA will now work together to go to the market, developing and implementing further innovative use cases and applications addressing blockchain interoperability challenges. And yeah, you know, as we really go back to some of these images, right, like there's three major things to look at here. So number one is the diagram of the architecture. On the bottom there, you do see the Spunta REST API being tapped in. Like this is all around, you know, infrastructure-wide tech stacks. So for example, within this, you have Leonidas system stack, the backing services, then the central bank stack, the observer stack, and then the bank stack as well. And that's where you see the CBDC REST API with the Corda node, CBDC admin front end, the Spunta batch, Spunta REST API, and also the Spunta front end. If we go over here to what Gilbert Verdian also said regarding Project Spunta, we have great project for financial institutions. We're working in the right space to be able to deliver to the sector at scale. Spunta is only one banking application. There are many more in the pipeline to run on SIA chain and interoperable through Overledger. So Spunta is able to connect through Overledger as well. So all of this does have the potential to be exposed with Quant and Overledger, all back to the DLT space through those names that are already tied into Overledger. But this just shows you how deep these connections really are with Quant and what's really happening behind the scenes. You know, these are major conferences that I love to look at because you look at some of the names here, look at the sponsors, you look at the discussions that they're having, sorry. It's very simple, right? As most people are asleep at the wheel, we are witnessing one of the biggest changes happening around our financial system and the technology that makes our financial system actually run. Specific names like Quant, in my opinion, are at the forefront of this. Everyone is focused on today's price. They're not focused on what the price will be in a year or two from now, or even potentially 5 years. In my opinion, when we get to the point where the legacy technology is now replaced with this new technology, which it might take some time, right? At that point in time, nobody is going to be looking at the price. I'm telling you guys that right now. At that point in time, nobody's going to care about price. Those that are in the tech side of this space, that are actually focused on the technology, looking at the connections, connecting the dots, almost none of us are going to tell you, hey, guess what? We look at the chart every single day. Because the only reason why I actually look at charts on a day-to-day basis is to update the Discord and, provide, some insights on the short term. But for the most part, when I look at this technology, I know where we're headed. Obviously, yes, we want to get paid. We want to make profits. We want to, have money on the sidelines. And we will. Short term, we will. Cyclical wise, we will. But the long term here, guys, when we look at what Quant's becoming, this is an absolute giant. And QNT, in my opinion, will be extremely valuable because of these connections and what's happening right now around these trials and around these projects. And you can clearly see one major thing that is always brought up in discussion, which is connection and interoperability. And I think that this report back in May from Clearstream, DTCC, and even Euroclear really puts a spotlight on that. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.